All right, week 13. Let's check out our coding steps. Week 13, we're using Create React App or Vite, create a new React project. Create a login form component that contains the following: username and password input fields, and H3 that says login with a border. Style the component using the default generated CSS file. Create a navigation component that contains links styled like a nav bar. The links don't have to go anywhere. Put the navigation component at the top of the page and the login form in the center of the page. All right, let's take a look at my code. Starting with my login form.js, you can see that I've imported at the very top here my React and the CSS style sheet to ensure the login form component is not just functional, but also visually appealing. The login form component is a functional component and it returns JSX to render the UI or user interface. You can see here we've defined the login form as a functional component. And then here we are returning the JSX. I've got a div container with the class name login form. Right here is my image displayed in the container above the login. And here's my H3 login header. I've created an input field for the username with a placeholder. Here's the input field for the password. And then I have added a submit button. Let's take a look at the CSS. Oh, what did I just do? For crying out loud. I love it. I just bumped my other keyboard and then things happen. I've been learning a lot this week. Trial and error. The container uses the login dash form class to style itself. The background is light gray with a width of 300 pixels and is centrally aligned. The header, which says login, is styled with an H3 tag. The text is center aligned, has a bottom border, and includes some margin and padding for spacing. For the text fields and password fields, the input elements are styled to occupy 100% width and feature a light gray border. And then finally, we have a submit button styled to have a green background that changes to a darker shade on hover. Now let's take a look at the navigation.css. Each link in the nav bar changes its background color to light gray and the text to dark green when hovered upon. And my nav bar is a color, a light green. The text line is at the center. And the nav bar has a hover that goes to dark green when hovered upon. And then we'll just take a quick peek at my navigation.js file. This file, again, we've got our import for React and our CSS at the top of the page. We've got a holder for my links, and the links are listed below. Again, they don't go anywhere. As you can see, the href isn't attached to anything. And at the bottom here, you can see that I have compiled it successfully. My app and my Webpack is compiled successfully, which means here it is running on my local host and I can view it in my browser. We learned in class today with this React app, or last Tuesday, excuse me, not to hit go live anymore because React is going to populate that into the browser for us. Now let's take a look at what I've created. Here's my app, my React app here, my local host, 3000's connected, my two links with the hover. As you can see, they pop to light gray with the text at dark green. Upon hovering, they don't go anywhere. Here's my cute little picture, my login at the center, username, password, and then the button, which also changes to a darker green when hovered upon. And that's how she looks. Thanks for checking out my project for week 13. Lucky 13. I have two 13s tattooed on me, which means I'm forever 26. I'll see myself out.